Hey folks, Alex here, 9 to 5 to Freedom. In today's video, I'm going to give an update on my portfolio. We're going to talk about some of the mistakes that I've made today and some lessons for you so you don't make the same ones. Give an update on things that I've purchased today, things that I've sold, and others. So let's hop into it. Very glad that I'm back from vacation. I can make another video. And yeah, so thanks to all the new subscribers, folks. We've crossed 2,700 subscribers. So wouldn't be possible without you watching, commenting, and everything that you do that further expands this channel to other viewers. As you know, I've been watching Ulty very closely, folks, and we got our dividend last Friday, which was 10 cents, and we've been watching today to see if we would recover the dividend. Now, we did recover the dividend shortly and very briefly today, folks. Ulty went up to $6.11, which was phenomenal. However, it then started to come back down, and we finished the day at 6.04. Now, it looks like after hours we were floating around 6.07, but it was nice to see that movement today. Now, let's get into the juicy part, folks. A lot has changed, and I'm just gonna give you some brief warnings. One of the things that I've done, I've deposited $57,000 more into my account, and today my focus was on beefing up my portfolio, doing a little bit of shopping, and I've made some mistakes, folks. So let's talk about it. Let's go over everything. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. So first off, I'll tell you the good. The good was I built up my XDT to 1,000 shares. I own now 1,000 shares. QDT, I have 1,000 shares. I've built up my Maggie position. This is from Roundhill on the Magnificent 7. This one pays weekly. It pays around 35% a year. And I got 500 shares of that today. YBTC, I wanted to get a little bit on the Bitcoin action, so I got 500 shares of YBTC. SMCY is my old position that I've had. And then I discovered chat. This was an interesting position from Roundhill, right? So chat does not pay dividends. I don't think it does, at least. But it tracks the AI companies, right? So it's a blended fund. And what I liked about it was, if you look at all time, this fund started at $25 May 19, 2023. It's been growing like crazy because AI is blowing up. So I figured maybe I'll get in on the action. Year to date, it's up 32%. I don't think AI is going anywhere. None of this is financial advice, folks. Don't follow what I'm doing. So I got myself 20 shares of that. Not a lot, but whatever. And then we have the call options, which have been doing very poorly, so don't worry about those. All right, let's talk about my largest position, Ulty. Notice I don't have 40,000 shares anymore. I am down to a little bit under 21,000. And let me explain to you my mistake that I made today, folks. Well, one of the mistakes that I made. So as I was watching Ulty today, I was watching it move up and down, and just going sideways. And I had this brilliant idea today. As it was going sideways, I thought to myself, well, I can really just trade this thing. If it moves 1 penny up on 40,000 shares, that's $400. If I just keep buying it at 609, selling it at 610, I can make basically $400 every single 10 seconds at that point. Well, one thing that I learned is when you look at Ulty, it never actually hits that round number. So when we were floating around, let's say in this period right here, around the 606 price, it would always get up to like $6.597. It would always be like just a hair off of 606. And same thing would be on the bottom. So really that range would be squished in within that penny zone. And what sucks is, and I don't know if this is broker specific, but in Fidelity, you only get 2 decimal points. So when you place an order, I can't stretch out the order to all of the decimal places. And all I could do is say 606 or 607, but that order won't execute because it'll be just 0.001 cents off. And that was really frustrating. So anyways, long story short, I ended up trying to trade a little bit. I sold all of my positions. I sold all 40,000 shares. And then I wanted to get in at a cheaper price because I figured we're going to reach a high, we're going to come down low, and then we're going to climb back up, hopefully slightly more. And this is, folks, the mistake that I've learned is that when you sell and you buy the same Ulty position, and I don't know if this is broker specific, I don't think it is, but basically you get a thing that says you are unable to margin this position for 30 days. So my Ulty position, once I bought 20,000 shares, it went to 100% maintenance, folks. And this really, really hurt me. Okay, so I did not know this was a thing. And again, this is new. I'm a noob at this. This is 8th month into dividends. So please learn from my mistakes. And that's why I say none of this is financial advice. But if you're using margin, it's really going to screw you over. So what happened was this 20,000 shares that I have right now, almost 21,000 shares, it can't be margin anymore. So my account right now is $254,000 of my own money. Basically, it's saying that half of that money I can't margin. So now I'm really like my margin buffer got reduced to $80,000, and that's all I have right now. Earlier in the morning, when I even had the 40,000 shares, my margin maintenance on Ulty was at 40%. And I still had I could have went up to $400,000 in different shares that I could have held. But because I sold all my shares and tried to buy them back, I got hit with this thing. It's 30 days at 100% maintenance. So that really screwed me over, folks. I didn't want to just buy more shares and really lower my margin maintenance to like $20,000. That'd be very risky. So this is where I'm sitting. I'm only I'm really less than $10,000 on margin right now, and everything is in cash position. So this was a huge lesson for me. Again, I'll repeat: if you take Ulty and you have a position and you sell it and try and buy it back, at least in Fidelity, they'll tell you have to wait 30 days until you can go reduce your margin maintenance from 100%. So at 100% margin maintenance, basically this money cannot be margin. So that is that's my big issue today, folks, and that really made me very upset because I had a lot of plans on what I wanted to do, and this is from my own ignorance. So I'm being very honest and transparent with everybody. So what am I doing to resolve this? And I guess this is just my strategy. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but what I'm doing is I've actually initiated a transfer to Robinhood. I'm switching my broker to Robinhood. And I've been eyeing Robinhood, and I think this is kind of pushing me over. We'll see if this works out or not. I have a friend who uses Robinhood. His margin maintenance on Ulty is down at 25%. I've never seen it below 30 at Fidelity. Again, I'm not looking to use more margin than, let's say, 50% at this point, but having it a lower margin maintenance really gives you more buffer, and that just really pats down your portfolio from any potential margin calls. Now, the other thing is the margin interest rate at Robinhood. I think once you get over $100,000, it's I think 5.5 or 5.25%. For everybody, it's 5.75%. It's much cheaper than anything you can get. I know folks who start with Fidelity right now, they're paying 12%. I'm at 6.375. I've negotiated it. I have a video where I talk about how I negotiated it, but if I can shave off another percent or so, why not? Why not save that? The other thing that I like about Robinhood is that they released a 3% cashback credit card, and if I switch over to that whole ecosystem, that's going to really, add up, I think. So I'll save on the margin interest, and then I'll receive another 1% cash back on every purchase that I do. The other thing that Robinhood did was they offered a 1% incentive to transfer all my stuff. Now, I've seen folks who receive 3% incentive. So basically, when you transfer your whole account, you get that percentage on top of all the money you transfer. Now, there's some stipulations where you have to hold the money for like 5 years or something like that to retain it. But if you're not planning to switch anytime soon, I think why not take advantage of it? So at 1% on my money, I really make $2,500 just by switching brokers. So that's that. So that's really what I wanted to discuss today, folks. Like I said, these are some hard lessons. Again, I'm really new to all of this, and I'm here to really share with the whole world. I'm not looking to hide or hold anything back, but something to watch out for, folks. So we'll see. The sucky part about all of this is the transfer is going to take 5 to 7 business days. So it won't be probably until next week until I see all of my positions in Robinhood, and we'll be tracking them there. Now, what do I think about Ulty as of right now? It's still floating kind of steady. It hasn't recovered fully 100% since it did drop towards the end of the day. So we'll monitor that as well. And we'll see. Maybe I'll just hold it at the 20,000, 21,000 share position. And I think that will help balance out the portfolio a little bit. I don't want to be overexposed in Ulty either. I think I was very bullish on it. I'm still up in the position. Really, I sold at 609 today, those 20,000 shares. So it did dip down to 604 closing. So I kind of saved myself a little bit on it dipping down even more. But yeah, that was really my strategy, and you can see how I botched it up today. It's a little bit of a sad day. One thing with Robinhood that I'm gonna miss that I have at Fidelity is ability to write checkbooks, like to write a check. And right now, Robinhood does not have that feature. Now, I did see on their website that they're opening up a banking feature in the fall of this year. So hopefully that will allow me to get some checkbooks. So that's what I wanted to cover today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave it in comments if you have questions or any concerns. So thanks for watching, folks. Take care.